Hello everyone, this is Ayman Khair and I'm excited to be with you today. Today in this talk, we're going to be speaking about immigration to Canada. If you are considering immigrating to Canada, this is a big step in your life. And you need to understand the factors that affect your application. So today I'm going to share with you the framework and the legal system and how it functions so that you can make an informed decision during the step of your journey. So stay with me and let us start. First, I have to clarify that Canada is a federal jurisdiction. What does that mean? It means actually in Canada we have three levels of government. The first is the federal government, then we have the province government and the municipalities. The federal government is responsible for matters that are laws that affect Canada as a whole. And the province has jurisdiction over the individual province like Ontario, Quebec, British Columbia, etc. And of course, the municipalities like cities like Toronto, Brampton, etc. So where does the immigration fall? The immigration actually is a shared jurisdiction, if you may say, between the federal and the province, because even the province can enact some laws that affect immigration to their respective province. So if we look at the main piece of legislation, we find it the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act. It's a federal piece of legislation. It has a regulation as well. But there is other laws also that affect the immigration, like the Citizenship Act and the Constitution, the Charter of Rights, the treaties that Canada is part of, and then of course the international law. So those together, they shape the legal system. And the main focus here will be the Immigration and Refugee Act. I will be referring to it throughout those talks. What are the bodies? The bodies which affect your immigration journey are mainly the Refugee and Immigration and Refugee Board, the Federal Court, and of course the Supreme Court of Canada. So this is in a nutshell the legal system which govern the immigration journey to Canada. So let us dive in and see how it works. You can divide the immigration process into three categories. The first is a temporary resident, the second is a permanent resident, and third, of course, the citizenship when you become a Canadian citizen. So let us see the first one. The first one is the people who come to Canada for a temporary period of time. It could be, they fall under four categories, which is the visitor, which is a visit with a temporary visa, the student who has a study permit from a Canadian university or college, workers, and here we have the temporary foreign worker program, an international mobility program, this is a business workers, and we have at the end special, which is the people with temporary resident permit. So now we move to the permanent resident category, and I think it will be relevant to you. Here we have three classes under the permanent resident. We have first the family class, which include the spouse, wife, husband, children, adopted children, parent, grandparent, and other relatives. The second class is the economic class, and in economic class we have three subdivisions. or the economic class, which is the skilled worker class and the business immigrant and Quebec economic class. Those are the three subdivisions under the economic class in Canada, and at the end we find the refugee and humanitarian classes, and here we have the refugee humanitarian resettlement program. We'll talk about it later. And we have the refugee and protected person in Canada. Those are like asylum seekers who seek protection in Canada. Usually the refugee is a person who seeks protection from persecution in their country. So those are the three classes for the permanent resident, and I will be giving details in the coming talks about the criteria and the application process. So stay with me and remember to subscribe to my channel and visit my website akhairlaw.com, and thank you for your time and thank you for stopping by today. Have a good day.